Like it. Oh! Oh! Holy shit. Oh no. Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where today we're going under the sea, under the sea, under the blood sea. Apparently it's a blood sea. That's what I gather from the writhing red gelatin that's on the screen right now, as well as all the descriptions of this game that I've seen. We are in a submarine under a blood sea in the game Iron Lung. Iron Lung, not to be confused with the breathing apparatus from the 20s, 30s, that would help people breathe when I think their lungs were failing. I'm not exactly sure how they worked, but they were called Iron Lungs. Are you familiar with the Iron Lung, Ash?
I am not. It just sounds like a cool thing an android would have.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Although at the same time, it's like, why would they program an android to have lungs?
I mean, it could be like...
I am a robot, but I will be built to breathe. Please breathe.
I mean, I feel like in like a Detroit Become Human sense.
Whoa! The game that shall not be named because we never finished it on the channel.
Oh, y'all never finished it? Connor's my boy.
It was a great game.
That's my sweet baby boy.
I'm sorry that we rejected your sweet baby boy. I'm sorry that we spat in the face of your sweet baby boy. We were having a great time with the game, but then like life happened and we got pulled away from it. And also it's a very long game, especially when
it is.
When you're this channel and a 20-minute game takes like an hour and a half. So our bad. Maybe one day I'll sit down and we'll just do a big old live stream to finish that game, and it'll be like an all-day marathon. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, Iron Lungs. I learned about the Iron Lung back in Rocko's Modern Life. It was a recurring joke on Rocko's Modern Life, which I think goes to show how sensibilities have changed from like early, like late 90s cartoons, where Rocko's Modern Life, the Nicktoon on Nickelodeon, would constantly make this joke about a sad crying clown in an iron lung. And I don't think any kid watching the show ever really understood. I didn't even I had no clue. And then at one point in an episode, they show the sad crying clown in an iron lung, and it's like a big tube that the person is inside of. Ugh. It's very odd. It's not as scary sounding as like that just made it sound. Here, let me actually pull it up. Iron lung.
I am just like a little bit haunted by cartoons like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh,
and, like,
sure.
Those really like strange, grotesque children's shows.
No, they were scary back in the day, right? Like, I mean, they weren't messing around, you know? Like they're like, hey, we are gonna frighten you. Cartoons were legit. Okay, let's see. This is a good picture of it. Here we go. I'm gonna forgive me. Folk. No.
You can change it.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus it right here. There it is, kind of like that. So you have like the big tube, and I don't exactly know how it works. It's never something I've really looked into. Oh, then
there's a special introductory offer.
Wait, there's a special introductory offer. That's amazing. There you go. For
you.
So there's the Iron Lung. Pretty cool. I guess, I don't know, in a like, wow, medical tools are useful and good job, technology. I did my best to refocus this. How was my guess? Oh, pretty good.
Whoa.
That was pretty good. I'm like, I don't want the background fully in focus, so I need to make it a little bit more shallow. Not bad, I gotta say, for just like eyeballing it.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah,
there it is.
Y'all are gonna see.
There it is. That's how you focus it. You zoom in on my eyeball. That's great. Cool. So Iron Lung, this has been requested by a lot of you people out there in Theory Land. This has been one that's been circulating the internet for a little bit. I know Mark played it. I'm assuming everyone has played it at this point, and we're that like a month late to it. But whatever. That's how we roll. That's how we do. The one thing that I will say is, hey, theory merch. Boop. It exists. Do you have a theory? You can also have a shirt that talks about your theory. That's coming available as well. When is this? This is airing Wednesday?
I want to say yes, but I have seen way too many instances of Mirror Matt giving a definitive answer and then just being completely wrong.
Yeah, he is really bad at predicting when those things are going to happen.
Well, part of me thinks that I have a theory
Oh!
that he is changing the timeline deliberately.
Oh, to mess with you?
Yeah, to mess with the audience so no one knows when we're doing anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
How dare he?
I know. Well,
How dare he?
He...
The hubris.
I know.
Pride cometh before the fall, Mirror Matt.
He doesn't. He's not sorry.
No.
You know he's not sorry.
Hashtag not sorry. No,
yeah.
Certainly not. Yeah, so that's your theory? I think
that's my theory.
I think the theory is programming is a fickle mistress that has to constantly be reevaluated based on availability and other priorities.
Well, that's not a theory. That's just like a fact.
That's not a theory or a fact. Yeah. I have but it's not as fun as I have a theory.
I have a fact.
I have a fact. Fact. Anyway, Theory merch is coming available this weekend. We have a FNAF video coming up this weekend. Woo, FNAF! And that is on Saturday, should be. And so a Theory merch is launching in conjunction with that. You have so many cool things. They're all inspired by like X-Files, government conspiracies. Please don't flag my video, YouTube. And basically the idea of like Roswell and alien hunting and things like that. We took some inspiration from ARGs. One of the things I want to call out, and I a lot of thought goes into each and every piece of merch. Like this whole merch line actually has a very deep lore to it that you can kind of piece together. We kind of crafted a storyline behind it about like joining the research ranks of Theorist Corp, and Theorist Corp is like this organization that supersedes everything and whatever. It's really fun, but there's a lot of little details that go into the design process. Like I was really happy with this. I suggested that we do redacted text as like the liner of the jacket. And it's actually written in there. It's actually the definition of game theory, like what is economics standpoint, like game theory.
Oh, like econ poli-sci?
Yeah, it's
wow.
cool. It's really fun, and we redact it and this and that. But it like stuff like that. It's just really fun to be able to come up with this idea and then like make it execute. And it's like because jackets with cool liners, I think that's something that people tend to ignore. But I'm like, the liner is some of the best part if you get creative with it.
Yeah.
So and I think that there's a cool aesthetic in like redacted text. So anyway, this is the Theorist Research Jacket. You can join the research team. Boom! Research team. There's a lot of other stuff, though, you might have seen in past uploads where I had, like, it's right behind the couch. This guy was something that I wore in a previous episode. That was an earlier prototype, but now it's available and finalized and wonderful. It's a great sweater. I'm glad that I know the difference between those things. This is another one that's shown up in a couple ones, the emergency broadcast one, which was very much inspired by the like analog horror stuff that we've been covering on like Local 58, things like that. Theorist jacket, it's so cool. I really hold on. That shows it better.
Matt, can you
what?
Can you just like move your mic a little bit
Yes.
out of the crease?
Oh no, it's gotten creased.
It's in the crease.
Boop. So
Perfect.
we got joggers. We got like this fun alien T-shirt, which is like ripped straight out of like Roswell, New Mexico, and like I saw aliens and stuff. We should have come up with like a tinfoil hat that we could have put on sale. That would have been fun as like a combination in this. Hey, you too can get a tinfoil hat. We should have done that. Oh well, maybe we'll do like a DLC for this merch launch at some point. Also, in a very unique turn of events, I also have the first ever YouTuber lava lamp that we made with alien goo.
Look, it's literally like globbing.
Right, look at it glob. There it is.
Whoa.
This thing has been sitting next to my desk for like the last week. Hello, internet. Welcome to GT Live. As if I didn't have a big enough mouth already. So anyway, super cool. Lava lamps are always going to be awesome. But now, what?
I was gonna say, I think your mouth is a great size, but that sounds like a really weird, like, I wanted to validate you and, like, take away that, if that was, like, an insecurity. Because I don't think you have a big mouth.
Well,
but I just, my first thought was that, and I was like, that sounds so weird.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I think that proportionally, you're doing great.
Awesome. Can I fit my fist in my mouth? Yeah. Well, now that we're talking about the size of my mouth, I'm just curious. Anyway, long story short, lava lamp, awesome. All the new merch is available this Saturday. So if you're interested in any of the pieces, check them out. Really, really fun stuff. Really, really cool stuff. You know, and as always, with kind of the bigger merch launches that we do, those have a limited supply just because we have to ship them over, and especially because of kind of like the COVID stuff that's still feeling ripple effects through like production and stuff. I mean, this has been months in the process, really, really long, a lot of iterations, really long timelines. So once this stuff is gone, it's just gone. You know, unless something like sells out within like 24 hours and we're like, there was enough people there, we'll do like a wait list and we'll get it produced for you, but it'll take a while. So anyway, long story short, that's available this weekend. Check it out if you're interested, and supplies are limited. It's not like a false scarcity thing that a lot of people do, which drives me nuts. It's like, no, this is just what we produce because this is what we thought we could sell. And if some surprises us, great. So long story short, that's available this weekend, so thank you. And now Iron Lung.
Iron Lung.
Iron Lung, a sad crying clown in an iron lung. Let's do this. New game, Blood Sea. Decades ago, every known star and habitable planet vanished, leaving only those who were on space stations or starships. This event became known as the Quiet Rapture. With supplies, this is already interesting lore. With supplies dwindling and infrastructure crumbling, survivors are searching for any trace of natural resources in a universe of barren moons, lit by the ghost light of vanished stars. So the planets vanish. Can moons, are they still moons at that point? Doesn't a moon dictate that it's surrounded, that it's a satellite of a planet? Like, can it be a moon? Like if Earth disappeared, is the moon still a moon?
Nah, it's just like big old rock with dents.
Right? Like, does it then evolve into comet? Or is it... I'm just curious about that, because I think the definition of moon necessitates it's orbiting a larger body. So if planets disappeared... Now, here's
that
the thing.
changes its whole like relationship to gravity too.
This is fascinating. Like, actually, the lore of this, the implications of this are actually fascinating, because if all the planets disappear, suddenly all the moons get launched into whatever trajectory. Like, they fly off at a tangent because they were orbiting. But now, if you lose that pull of gravity towards the center, now they're flying off at whatever tangent they were last flying towards. Phew. And then they fly off into infinity until they are pulled into the gravitational field of something else. That's really interesting. This is really interesting. Already, I love this. This is great. Forget the game. I just want to talk about the theoretical implications and the scientific implications of this. This is great. Okay. Survivor, this is, I don't know if Austin, this is a good one for Austin on the science over on Game Theory, but
Austin.
Yeah, if he doesn't take it, I might take this, because I think this is fascinating. Lit by the ghost light of vanished stars. Okay, one such moon, ghost light of vanished stars is a really cool way of saying it. I'm assuming what they mean by that is like how it takes a long time for light to get to that location. And so even though the star has vanished, its light is still being perpetuated through space, because light takes a long time, like the light from the sun takes a long time to get to us or whatever, or from distant stars. So I'm assuming that's what they're talking about. That's cool. One such moon holds a strange anomaly, an ocean of blood. Okay, so I was right. I did hear about this. An ocean of blood, which again has really interesting scientific implications. Like,
do you think it's salty?
Well, I mean, it would be salty for sure. Like, I think there's a high, I would think so. Probably not as salty as seawater or ocean water though. But it is denser. So now all of a sudden, if you're in a dense blood ocean, what boats are, and in this case, what submarines are going to have to look and function vastly differently, actually. Right? That's actually, again, from a theoretical, it's a very interesting concept that yields some very gross, kind of disturbing consequences. I'm excited about this.
Vivid imagery. Right? I'm kind of pumped.
Okay. You are a convict tasked with exploring this anomaly in a makeshift submarine named the Iron Lung. It was not designed for this depth. Great. Okay, so you will be welded inside. Great. And the forward window will be closed. There was no time for training. If successful, you earn your freedom. Okay. Yeah, right. Sure.
I see why people wanted you to play this, because I'm like, how did we get here? Why is this happening?
Right? No.
And now it's like, all right, tell me.
Right? The thing is, I can't really help you with the lore. I can't help you with the science. The science is... Okay.
I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that.
Okay, sparks and flames. Sharks and flames. Blood sharks!
Blood sharks.
The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong.
Okay.
Closing port hull shielding.
Ooh. Hello? Floor? Ocean wall?
We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so receiving and be careful. You're on your own.
Cool sound design. Okay, WSD move, mouse, interact, tab, map. Briefing, okay. Briefing. Okay, 2 weeks ago, we conducted an exploration of moon AT5 for the first time since the Quiet Rapture, leading to the discovery of a 4th blood ocean. It's not just a trilogy, it's the 4th one.
Oh my gosh, do you think it's like type A?
A.
Type O.
B. AB.
AB.
Oh, we're in the O ocean.
The O.
Capital blood ocean.
The ocean, the ocean,
yeah,
the option.
AB negative. A negative ocean. A trench beneath the ocean surface has several points of interest. Hey, Red Cross, you're looking for donations. Here you go. Found the sea. Your task is to photograph these. If all the planets disappeared, where are we from? So we're a convict, but if the planet disappeared, along with presumably the people on it, were we living in a space station at that point?
On a moon?
Maybe we were living on a moon.
Maybe we're moon hopping.
Ooh, it could be moon hopping. That's true. But yeah, if the planet disappeared, I assume everyone on said planet is also disappearing, which leaves the only survivors as people. Maybe we're in a space prison. Again, lore! Also, can I just say, adding the word blood or the word space in front of almost anything makes it that much cooler. Blood
True.
shark, space shark, blood ocean, blood star.
Space blood?
No, it's too much. No.
Too much?
No, it's space blood.
Yeah.
Blood space. Which is better? Space blood or blood space?
I mean, does it imply that there's like space within the blood?
I don't make up your mind.
I'm confused. I'm confused now.
I know we've crossed the Rubicon at this point.
I think
we've gone
so.
Too far. All
Let's
right.
go back to the
ocean. Your task is to photograph these points of interest with the SM-13's forward camera. Photos must be taken within 2 units of the specified position and 10 degrees of the angle. Okay. You can also use the camera to help with navigation. Only photos taken at the specified points of interest will be saved. Since you can't navigate by sight, pay attention to your coordinates and consult the map. The proximity indicators next to the sub-controls will trigger if you're getting close to an obstacle. Good luck. Okay. Okay. Mouse to hover for additional information. Okay, so this is giving our XY coordinates and the angle. That'd be like angle 50, angle 30, coordinates. Okay. Okay, so at this point, 182, 116. So this is basically just like chart XY axis the game. 182, 116. Where are we at? 182 on the X. Right, it was X? Yeah, 182X. Okay, let me get back to like thinking about coordinates. Okay, 182. So we're gonna be like right around here-ish. And 116. So, okay, so we're literally like right here, this kind of like point right around here. And so we're gonna have to get over to this guy first. So those are our points of interest. What else we got?
That y equals mx plus b type beat.
Right?
Yes.
Get your slopes and intercepts ready, friends. Okay, so this is where we take pictures. Okay, we've got it. Ooh, okay, so presumably fires will happen. Can I put this back? Okay, I can. And that is it. Okay, and this is gonna adjust things. Okay. All right, so we're going 0, so that's up. We should go to about 200 on the Y. So 200 on the Y. Here we go. Oh, and they're already saving our progress. Great. Y equals mx plus slope. Can I get that in slope intercept form, please?
Oh gosh. Okay.
I loved maps and graphs and charts and things.
Oh yeah, slope was like my favorite.
Slope is solid, man.
I love lines.
Oh, so you have a bit of a slowdown. You love lines?
I love lines.
I don't blame you. Okay, so now we're gonna want to turn 90 degrees. See, I loved lines. I loved a lot of the geometric shape stuff. What I did not love was I didn't like hyperbolas. Right? Hold up. Sorry, I'm thinking about this now. Did we need to turn? Oh, okay, yeah, because now it's going to go into the x-axis. Yes, okay. And now we're going to 322, 186. Oh. That ruined the immersion. Remind me tomorrow. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wait, I'm already hitting a wall here. Here, go up. We shouldn't be hitting a wall, right? Where am I? 203, 181. 203, 181. Okay, so I'm a little bit low. So I need a little bit higher on the X, or on the Y. So here, we'll get back this a little bit this way. Here we go. There it is. Now we're in safe zone. Okay, so now back to the 90. Yeah, okay, talk to me about your history with math, Ash. What math do you like? Were you an algebra or a geometry fan?
I was definitely more of like an algebra person. Fun fact, I, for a really long time, was like immensely terrible at math.
Okay.
To the point where it was like, I have memories of like my family being like, oh my god, like she's gonna fail 6th grade math.
Oh geez, really?
Yeah. Just cause like, you know, when you got the A of D of H of D and it's really hard to pay attention and math like builds on itself.
Sure, yeah, math really does build,
It was a struggle. But like when I understand math, I really like it.
Yeah.
It's more difficult for me to process what's happening. But like once I know what's going on,
yeah,
I love it.
Right.
And I could just do like equation. So algebra was a little bit easier for me, like logically.
Yeah.
Trig identities, I can't with them. I simply cannot.
Proofs and identities. I never understood the point of that. It's like, this stuff is proven. Like, I understand why you want us to learn it so that way we can prove it for ourselves and understand the concept and whatever. So I get it on one end, but on the other end, I'm like,
yeah,
that was so tedious to me all the time.
No, exactly. But I remember like loving doing stuff with lines.
Yeah.
If there was a line, I was so there.
If there was a line, you were ready to cross it.
Oh yeah, I love lines. Lines are great.
Lines are great.
Triangles.
They're very satisfying.
Yeah, they are. I like lines. I like parabolas. Those are just things I enjoy. Once we go to triangles, it's a little bit more difficult. But there's some things about triangles
right?
that I like.
One line, great. 2 lines, angles. Ooh, we're introducing angles. 3 lines, triangles. Oh, that's next level stuff. Okay, here we go. So we should be in a good place, I think. Oh, hello. Teeth. Teeth? Bones?
It's like tiny Stonehenge.
The teeniest Stonehenge.
Little tiny Bonehenge.
Oh, teeny Bonehenge. Underwater blood Bonehenge. There we go. Bonehenge. Hey, and we got a check mark. Okay, so next up, we're going to want to go up to 250-ish. Okay, so go up. So for me, I would say I really liked math a lot too. People would always say, like, and especially like my parents would be like, you're such a good writer. Don't you want to write more? I'm like, Look at me now. I write like persuasive essays every single week, like 3 persuasive essays every single week at this point. But no, it's always been one of those things where the controllability, I guess, or like the consistency of math, and knowing what things, input A plus input B equals input C. Like I like how there is a correct answer. It's not subjective at all.
Yeah.
Which is something that I always appreciated.
Yeah, for sure.
350. So 263, 378. So if I go about there if I just guesstimate a little bit. I'm sure at some point here we're going to have to get actually pretty precise with this. What was it? It was 378. Okay, so I got a little ways to go. I should be safe on the x-axis and the y. It's just kind of like, full steam ahead, Captain!
Full
Yar!
Steam. Yar!
This is, I don't know, on one hand, being under a blood ocean is a little bit concerning, but on the other hand, or are they saying I'm close on that wall? I guess so, but I gotta get close to it. But also, being trapped alone to do math for a while, I don't hate it. You know, underwater, doing some underwater research, working on my math.
Hey, like, I had the test out of like math in college because the classes I took didn't give me college credit like from high school.
Okay.
So there was like one summer that I just spent like every day in my room like doing math so that I could like pass it.
Yeah.
And also being like, oh wow, like just trying so hard to like undo the fear of math that I developed from like high school and middle school.
Yeah. Oh, did they scare you of math?
Yeah, I thought I was really dumb.
Oh. So wait, were you afraid of math, or did you think it was dumb math?
Oh no, I didn't think math was dumb. I thought I was dumb.
Oh, Ash, you were not dumb. You're super
thank
smart.
you.
You're great.
Thank you.
Here we go. More bones.
Teeth.
Needles. Thorns. Underwater thorns. Spooky thorns. Right? What are we looking at here? What research are we engendering at this point?
I was just about to say, like, what is the purpose of this assignment?
Right? What are we looking at this point? Isn't Blood Ocean interesting enough for you? Let's be honest here. I feel like that in and of itself is pretty good. So now, if we really wanted to, we could MX plus B this.
We could.
We could do, here's your XY coordinate, here's your XY coordinate, MX plus B it. That would be actually pretty fun.
No.
I'm such a nerd! Yeah, let's do it!
Woo!
Woo! 250. Let's just roughly angle it. So let's see, if I'm here, it's gonna be like what, 320-ish? Let's see. I mean, here's the thing. If this gets to the point where I need to MX plus B it, I will.
Yes.
I'm not afraid of that, but also
slope.
Yeah, let's do some slope intercept, friends. But now, okay, so we're gonna want to go maybe in this direction up to, we're aiming for about 3. Ooh, hello. The whales are singing to me.
Blood whales.
Blood whale! Space blood whales!
Space blood whale.
275 and 350 is kind of what we're going for. 275 and 350. So this should get us roughly there. The angle might be a little bit too steep. Right? Space blood whale? That's pretty intense. You've heard of sperm whales, but now get a hold of blood whales. Oh.
Just every bodily fluid whale.
Right. See, that wasn't a space blood whale. That was just my stomach growling at that point. That one, 275, 350. Okay, 275, 350. Okay. How close are we? 332, 311. 332. Okay, so right about there. And 311. All right, I mean, it's not great. Here, I'll shallow it out a little bit. Shallow it out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, there it is. Now it's slowing down. Now it's behind us. The left.
Oxygen notification.
Oh, we can't pussyfoot around, Ash.
Uh-oh.
We are on the clock of oxygen. So apparently this serves as our timer. Rough.
Ooh.
Good to know. I should actually be hurrying a little bit more than 275. Okay, we're almost there. Yeah. All right. Good to know.
Yike-a-roni and cheese.
Right.
I didn't realize.
I just wanted to hang out and do math.
Yeah.
Can't a man just hang out and relax and do some math for a change? We're gonna turn this up a little bit here. Slope and intercepts. Okay, so we're going for, was this 259, 406? 259, 406. We should have a clear shot of this. 259, 406. I love that this is a game that is taking off on YouTube at this point. I gotta say. Like, okay, 259. 259. Okay, we're there. So now we need 406. Because this is like the antithesis of a YouTube game. It's literally watch me with a static screen do numbers and math. Like that's cool. You think about YouTube as this world where everything's like frenetic now, all excitement all the time, super cut, whatever. But the fact that this is like one of the biggest games that we've been requested to do, I think that's actually pretty legit.
Yeah.
Like, good job, internet. Way to have interest and attention spans and things like that, and appreciate like ambiance. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
Ambiance.
Ooh!
Worms!
Worms! They're like Beetlejuice worms.
Yeah.
Or like maybe blood tubes? Blood tubes!
Blood tubes.
Space blood tubes!
Space worms.
Or very bendable candy canes. Underwater blood candy canes. Tube slides. Pneumatic tubes. Okay. I can just kind of go back the way I came, can't I? So let's throw it in reverse. Actually, why even bother doing that? I can just throw her in reverse at this point. Throw her in reverse. I like the ambiance of the blood sloshing against the sides of my iron lung. Classic.
Icky.
Slosh. Oh, so. Okay. We are at 297, 378. 297 here. So like right at 300, and what was it? 378. So about 300 at 378. So yeah, I'm right there. So I need to go directly down. Basically.
So are these blinking dots like
I'm assuming they're
hard surfaces or like creatures?
I'm assuming it's the wall. I'm assuming it's like the cave wall or what have you,
Yeah.
And it's just the proximity sensor toward, yup, you're getting close to that thing that's about to kill you. Is it flashing faster? It should be flashing faster. Here, let me overcorrect a little bit that direction. Yeah, it should be blinking slower at this point. Here, once we're past that, we'll be in the clear. There we go. Okay, so 180, we'll go a little bit further. 295, we're still right around here. And now we are... This is cool. I'm curious about the design process of this, too. Like, how do you create something like this and visualize it? 338. So we're right around here-ish. So now we're going to go back down to this initial area. Boop-a-doop. No, other way. I feel like this is just, a cool math teacher made this game. It's like, I'm going to teach my kids angles and XY axes and the importance of being able to use maps. Like, I could see every school deciding that this is an important game for them to play. 306, 330.
Iron Lung coming to cool math for kids.
No, like, it's like a cool math game. Absolutely. 306. We'll tighten this up a little bit. Why is it that way? 330. 330. Oh, because we're a little bit close that way. All right, I can tilt it down a little bit more. Oops, tilt it down a little more. This is, to me, it feels a bit too extreme, but that's okay. Go this way because we were going back into this like big open spot. I'm aiming for probably around 350, 300. Let's go. Okay. 325, 302, 325, 302. Wait, why am I seeing X? X is 325. 302. I shouldn't be seeing anything there. 325, 302. Weird. Why is it saying like, oh, you can't go down there? Because maybe it is. Because right now I'm getting this reading that something's beneath me, but really, according to my map, I should be like right here. So maybe you're right. Maybe there is like living creatures that are attacking us.
Blood whale?
Blood whales! All whales all the time.
Have you experienced many creatures like around here?
Have I experienced many creatures, huh?
Yeah.
What a question. You ever have an experience with a creature? No, I've never experienced a creature before. 325. We're gonna go 325 across.
Since living in this area of North Carolina. Those North Carolina creatures.
I gotta say, I have not.
Really?
I don't know. There's a lot of cool creatures. Like, there's a lot of lizards that live outside of our house, which I kind of love.
Oh, I love the lizards.
And there's
here.
a lot of big birds. You got a lot of big birds, which I also appreciate. A lot of solid real good bird game. Real good bird game.
Bird game.
Yeah.
They scare me.
Birds?
Yeah.
Oh man, you and Jason should bond.
Jason's afraid of birds
Oh,
too?
terrified. Absolutely terrified.
Like big birds.
Big birds, small birds.
Oh,
birds of all shapes and sizes.
I'm okay with small birds. My fear of birds derives from when I was 13 and at the beach with my parents.
Yeah, please tell me.
And my grandmother gave me a sandwich and she pats my head and says,
hello.
whoa.
Hello, hi. Yep. Miss me. Great. Fire extinguisher on Steam. Totally makes perfect sense.
Yay!
Yay us. We're going for 325 still, so we're still the same range. Okay, yeah, so please continue.
Yes, she pats my head and says, I'm gonna go back up to like the little, I guess, like apartment thing that we rented. And I'm like, okay. So she goes, and then I feel something on my head again. And I was like, aw, grandma, just give me a little pat.
A little pat. Wait.
And then
is that a mat pat?
A mat pat.
A mat pat.
It was not a pat.
Okay.
It was bird claws.
Oh jeez.
And then another seagull lands on my arm, and another on my other arm, and they're going after the sandwich.
And they're going after the sandwich.
Like 10 to 20 more seagulls fly in my direction.
Really?
There's claws everywhere. I'm screaming. I'm being attacked. I throw the sandwich away, accidentally towards my mother, and run towards the ocean. But I got viciously attacked by seagulls, and now I'm terrified of birds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what a story that was. Meanwhile, my proximity sensor was freaking out for a second, and I was kind of concerned about it.
Because the seagulls. Blood seagulls.
Nothing. The blood seagull. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Seagull. So it was like right up here. I'm just curious. So I moved forward a little bit, but I wonder if I can. No, nothing. Okay. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to do that. Okay. 560, we're there. 277, so we just need to tilt it down. No, I learned the hard way too that you got to watch out for like feeding seagulls and stuff. Because we fed some seagulls, like in the Kmart parking lot, the big old parking lot, we fed some seagulls some popcorn that we had, and it was literally like the zombie apocalypse, where all of a sudden like it's like fresh brains, and they just charged at us.
Oh yeah.
And it felt like I was in an Alfred Hitchcock movie, like
The
birds.
Burbs.
Yeah, burps.
The burbs.
The burbs, where we were doomed. They don't let up. They're like, you clearly have more food. Please continue feeding us. And we're like, no, we've given you everything we have. Leave us alone.
They are ruthless creatures.
No mercy. Literally no mercy.
And like,
because your body is food for them. Honestly, like
no, exactly. They don't care. Stonehenge, but one henge.
Womp womp.
Limp Stonehenge.
Flaccid Stonehenge. The word flaccid, not a great word. Gotta admit, not great. Certainly not great. Let's point it down to about, let's say if this is 90, we're gonna go about like maybe like 150, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, let's try 150 for now. We'll guesstimate. At a certain point, I feel like we have to get more precise with this, but if I can get away with guesstimating without pulling out like the pad and paper, it's probably ideal.
Yeah.
I'm also looking at 613, 197, 613, 197. All right, Roger, let's go! 613, 197.
Whoop, whoop.
Come sail away, come sail away.
Come sail away with me.
I guess that doesn't apply in this case, though, does it? Because we're in a submarine, so it's not so much come sail away.
Oh, bonk.
Donk. Oh. Hello? Everybody okay? We all good? All right, guess we're all good. We're all good, fam. Totally fine. The blood whales singing their song. Listen to their gentle echo. He's like, you went too far in the y-axis. You went too far in the y direction. Thanks, whale.
Thank you, whale. Very cool.
Right? Well, great whale. Continue whaling.
Continue whaling.
Not in that way. Continue whaling in your way.
Yes.
Continue being a whale. Existing. Maybe whales want to reclaim the term.
Whaling?
Yeah, whaling. They're like, hey, we were whaling before people started using that to hunt us. So this is our term. Reclaim our power. 55. And like that we have to orient. Oh my gosh, like that we have to orient a very specific angle. 55. There we go. Whoop. Bonk. Oh, bones.
There we go.
Them bones.
Rib cage.
Them skeleton bones.
That...
Spooky, scary skeleton.
Those teeths?
Yeah, that's definitely teeth. It's like something you'd see straight out of Jurassic Park. Are you a fan of the Jurassic Park films?
I am. But I am also a big fan of Jeff Goldblum.
Here. 1 second. 7, we'll talk about this. 725. Okay. Maybe a little, so we're going to go 725, and we want to go y-axis about 260. 725, 260. So let's go a little bit more this way. 725, 260. And if we're getting too high, we got to stop it. Yeah, too high too quickly. Let's go this way. 725, 260. Okay. Yeah, so talk to me about your affection or appreciation of the works, the fine works of Jeff Goldblum.
I just think he's such a cool guy. Why he talk like that?
Why he talk like that?
I don't know, but I love it.
He's pretty great.
He goes around and makes everything interesting, and then he was like, surprise, I can do jazz. And we were all like, what? And
the world responded with what?
Yeah.
W-U-T, what?
What? He's just amazing.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen Thank You, Jeff?
No, I haven't.
The parody of Thank You Next, but it's Thank You, Jeff.
That's amazing.
It's great. James Corden, I think, did it a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
But I tell people that it's on God's syllabus, so that you have to watch it.
Wow. Okay.
It's been assigned.
Ooh, things that are assigned onto God's syllabus. That's fun.
It's on the syllabus.
I was gonna say, what else is on the syllabus here? I would say, the Shia LaBeouf song.
Oh. A nice Shia surprise.
Yeah, Shia surprise! Sorry, this is 250, right? 250? Yeah, so actually I was higher than I thought. So we're looking for like 270-ish, okay.
That's definitely on the syllabus.
Right, I feel like...
That's an assigned viewing.
When I think of like peak internet things, that is like internet to the max. It's meme-ish, it gets the humor right, but the production value is really solid. I love that. It is so good. I watched it a couple times the other day just because I want to revisit this part of my life, and it is delightful. So we're going to go to 800 at this trajectory. Other things on like the must-watch syllabus.
I'm trying to think.
This is a fun question. I like this.
Yeah, like what's on the syllabus?
Yeah, what is on the syllabus? 800.
Let's see.
Shia surprise.
I think I need to make sure this is private by the time this video goes up. But I think I had for a while a playlist on YouTube called God's Syllabus.
Okay, really?
Yeah, where I would just put like my favorite videos together on my burner account, which y'all cannot know about.
I'm just gonna correct this down just a skosh.
Here's God's Syllabus.
Just a skosh down.
All right, I have
Shia surprise.
the Sexy Back and Home Depot remix. That's
man, if we're talking about good remixes, I like Bad Romance with Sonic the Hedgehog's Flying Battery Zone.
Oh, yes. I need to put that on the syllabus.
That is, add that to the syllabus.
I will.
Flying Battery Romance. Ooh, I'm beeping a lot. Sorry, I'm at 771, 265. 771, 265. Oh yeah, we're a bit shallow, so we can go up to 275 at this point. Okay, yeah, get up. I like how accurate these markers are. This is actually very helpful. I mean, this is our tightest one yet, so this is giving us a sense of kind of our margin of error that we're working with, which I appreciate. Okay, so we're still working our way to 800. Good, and we're in the clear on the north side, so we've opened up into this area now. So now once we get to 800, yeah, now we're in the clear. Okay, we're at 800, 280. Okay, 280, 800. So we're right about here. We can go over to about, what is that? 875-ish. A little, like 860. Cleanly. Okay, God Syllabus. Other must-watch things. Oh, okay. It seems like you've stumbled across a winner or two.
So I'm looking at God's Syllabus right now, and there's this one video on here called When It Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
He's just like, it's just a guy falling over.
Okay. So that's a win on your markers, okay.
Yeah, When It Tuesday. The Yee video is on here.
Yee! No, what's the Yee video? I don't know that one.
It's where the dinosaurs are like Yee.
I've never seen that.
What?
I've never seen that.
You don't know Yee?
No, I don't, clearly.
Okay.
See, I'm not passing the syllabus right now. The required reading list.
Yeah, okay, so it seems like I gotta send you the syllabus.
Yeah, please. Include some in the description below, right alongside the merch bush.
Oh, yo, okay.
Yeah. If you're comfortable sharing some of these.
Yeah,
absolutely.
no, I'll make a completely new channel, and I'll start God's Syllabus.
Oh man, you're just gonna do a channel of it.
Yeah. And that way people can't track my burner channel, which I would like to keep.
Okay,
burner.
yeah, of course. Keep it burning.
For y'all, I'll do it for y'all. I'll just import these videos.
258. Okay, 258. Oops, back. Ooh, getting nicely nestled and wrapped in a blanket of cliff sides. 258 and 209. Game's trying to scare me. 209. 209. 20. Way to pass it by again, Matt. There you go. 209. All right, here we go. Ready for our next pick? Pixar didn't happen. Oh, it definitely happened. Blood Ocean. Coffin? What did one casket say to another casket? Is that you, Coffin? Hey-oh! Got him. Is this a building? Ruined? You don't seem to appreciate my sense of humor. It's fine.
I was more alarmed that you looked at that and your first thought was coffin?
Why? What do you think it is?
I thought it was just like a stack of wood.
Wood would float in the blood ocean, Ash.
Okay.
I'm thinking about what actually will sink in a blood ocean. Heavy coffin, especially a stone sarcophagus. Absolutely.
This is why I felt dumb in school.
Think about the density, Ash. Oh, I don't want to make you feel bad.
No, I'm joking.
Ash, it's all about the density.
All about dance.
850 straight up. So let's just go straight up and out of here. Straight up and out of here. Can I fast travel back? I've proven that I can thread this needle. I'd like to fast travel back, please. This is one of those times where fast travel would be relevant in this moment. I've proven my worth. I've proven my abilities. Shoot, where am I aiming for? 300. Okay, let's aim for 300.
I need to stop looking at the syllabus. It's just making
No,
me
please. You're delighting yourself. I'd love to hear some more about this thing.
So, do you remember the meme where it was like, "Why weren't you at elf practice?"
Yeah, yes.
There was this one
Classic
edit I
Rudolph the
found,
Red-Nosed
where Hermes just like, he's going to make in the doll, and then, I forget his name, but he comes in, and instead of saying, like, "Why weren't you at elf practice?" he goes, "Wah!" And then, like, it gets, like, really deep fried, and it's just, like, internet screaming, and everything is shaking. That video has made me, like, choke laughing. Oh, I need to put
the classic
swangin'.
choke laugh. Okay.
I need to put swangin' on the list.
See, I feel like here's a question I have as I look at this, and granted, I don't want to explore significantly more than I necessarily have to in this game because it takes a long time to set this stuff up and there's a lot of downtime here. But I am curious. Obviously, these are the checkpoints that we're trying to get our pictures of. But then you have stuff like there's this big gap down here. There's this narrow area right through here. Is that to challenge us? Is this stuff that like to me, if I was a game designer, right? Mm-hmm. And this is a game about like what's the mysterious thing underwater? I would hide interesting things to take pictures. Like this is probably, like looking at this, outside of this section where the map kind of disappears or this section where the map disappears, like and here where it gets really tight. These are clearly like some of the hardest sections to kind of thread through. And so I would want as a game designer to have some sort of reward for those sections. Like, hey, you made it through the narrow tunnel or whatever. Like here's a super secret image or some lore or something like that. It makes me wonder.
There's like
if someone who has more time and patience than I can explore those areas and just take a bunch of... Because also that you have to take a lot of pictures, I presume, to find things at different angles, and there's so many variables. But yeah, I'd be curious about that one.
It'd be cool if it was like, you go there and there's just like this weird shrine within Blood Ocean.
No, right? Like Blood Ocean Shrine.
And then it's like, ooh, part of what life was like in the world before.
Right? That's what I want. I want more Blood Ocean shrines. Space shrines in Blood Oceans. That is my hashtag goals.
Hashtag goals.
Okay, I really should probably pay more attention to where I'm navigating at this point, because this is like threading through the needle. But also, I don't know. Like I said, I've done this section already. Don't want to do this section. 787 266. 787 787 266. I like that just the whale or sea monster or whatever just chillaxing with me right now. 266. Yeah, we're a bit low. I can stand to up it a little bit. 787 266. Yeah, so we're close. I just need to tilt it up just a skosh.
I wish there was like a little icon to show you where you were on the map.
Well, that would defeat the purpose, right? Like that. Like that's the whole. Because I agree. On one hand, it's like, oh, it would be nice to have that. Because I agree. But on the other hand, I get why, from a design standpoint, you really can't.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're clear there.
Adds to the challenge.
Right. Oh, geez. Oh, that freaked me out. Okay.
You know, if that steam is warm, you could probably do a facial.
That's true. That's going to be good for the pores. It's going to really open up the face at this point. Okay, so I think 728, so we're right around here. 269. So yeah, we're in the clear at this point. 269 right up there. So really, we should be pretty good. So I just need to get down to like, what is this, 550, 560, and just aim it down to like 200. 560, 200. Just go there. 560, 200. So yeah, right? There we go. Right? Just put your face in that big pipe. Or it could be searingly hot. Oh.
Cool.
Whoa. Cool. Blood Ocean!
Blood Ocean!
Nice.
Check out all that plasma.
Tripping on that plasma! 340. Oh wait, did it teleport me? Because I feel like I was over here, and maybe I was just not paying enough attention, or something freaked me out, or whatever. But now I feel like I'm much closer to where I wasn't. Like where I'm like, I want to get here, and it's gonna take me a minute too. Oh, I'm there already. 560.
Maybe you dissociated a little bit.
Yeah, maybe the bump actually bumped me right into place. Because really, all I need to do at this point is go like straight up. That's funny.
Straight up.
Straight up. Now tell me. Anyway, as I was saying, the searingly hot steam out of the pipe can either open up your pores or just literally rip the skin from your flesh. One of the two.
I mean, you know, I'm part of that subgroup where it's like showers need to be scalding hot.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah.
I understand that need. Absolutely. We get up to the 500s. I love a good hot... Right? People who do cold showers don't understand. Hashtag cannot relate.
They're stronger than I will ever be.
They're stronger.
They are so strong.
Right? Every morning they're like, I'm gonna force myself to become even more superior than I already am. Oh, tough it out. That which does not kill us. Meanwhile, I'm like, it's 90 degrees. This is kind of cold.
It's like, I haven't turned pink yet.
Oh, hello.
Whoa.
Wait. Oh. Undersea brambles. Yes, brambles. That is the word I use to describe. Or it looks kind of like neurons, actually. Why? What? The dendrites of neurons?
No, you're
right?
not wrong. You're not wrong.
Thank you for validating me.
You're so valid.
Thank you for validating me.
Neuroscience degree recipient.
What do you see?
I saw like little bug legs.
Oh, I can see bug legs. Little teeny bug legs.
Yeah.
Undersea bugs.
Yeah.
Space blood bugs.
Blood bugs.
Blood space bugs. All right, so where are we at? We're at 560, 470, 475. Okay, 475, so we're right here. 560, so like right, I mean, we're right in the pocket. So that was just meant to scare me more than anything else, really.
Yes.
But now that we're here, I guess I can tilt us out. Like, we don't have to go quite as harsh of like an extreme angle. We can kind of do a nice solid 45 degreeer. There we go. And just kind of tilt it up. We're going for, what is it? 623, 520, 623, 520. Okay. Onward. Come sail away, my boys. Come sail away. A lot of sea shanty songs. Not as many submarine songs. You know? Like a lot of sailing songs.
I don't know if the submarine's yellow.
I was gonna say that's the only
one.
Right, when I think about submarine songs, it's like Yellow Submarine. That's what you got.
Thank you, Ringo.
Right, that's the one.
You know they came up with that song because of like a tunnel that they would drive through.
Oh, really?
The Beatles, yeah.
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah.
Really?
It's based off a tunnel.
How so? Like, can you explain that? Like, how so?
I mean, from my just going off of like memory,
yeah.
I think it was like a tunnel that they would drive under like every single day.
And the tunnel is like the submarine?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they were like, let's go with that.
Great. That's amazing.
I have a weird...
Was Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds actually about drug use?
So,
You seem to know a lot of Beatles lore, so I'm going to ask you Beatles lore.
I know a lot of Beatles lore.
Really?
Yeah.
What an interesting character detail.
Thank you.
About you.
John Lennon
I like that I call it a character detail.
I mean, it is. It is. Being on the internet, I'm not a person anymore. I'm a character.
Sure.
You know, it'd be like that. John Lennon asserts that Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was for his son Julian, based off of a drawing that Julian did.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
So Julian's like, it's Lucy in the Sky with diamonds. It's a very
vertebra.
Bruh.
Vertebra.
Vertebra.
Vertebro. Either that or like a back massager. Okay. You know,
oh my
where
gosh.
you like kind of pull it against your back and it kind of like digs in and you're like, oh, get that spot back there.
There should totally be a cool chiropractor who goes by vertebra.
Yes, because when I'm choosing someone who's going to contort my back for my own betterment, I'm really looking for the guy with the meme-ish name.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm going to the vertebra.
Yeah, I'm going to vertebra. Hey, welcome to vertebra. I'm going to crack your neck now. Oh!
And there you have it, folks. Stephanie will now inherit all of the channels. Oh, great.
Oh, my back feels great. That was amazing. Wow, you really did a number on me, vertebra.
Yeah.
Bra of the verts. That was wacky.
I admire your commitment to the bit.
Hey, if there is a bit to be had, I will commit. That's me. A 5. This is actually a pretty good trajectory on the y-axis, so let's shift it on over. That was fun.
It was fun.
That was great. I like that we have these little times to ourselves to play act.
Yeah. Put two.
Yeah, but honestly
kids.
though, I think it's a terrible idea. Whereas like stuff like Dr. Pimple Popper, it's like, okay, Dr. Pimple Popper, if we're talking about a doctor who is dealing with zits, sure. That's kind of like a jokey one, like, he's gonna pop my pill. What's the worst that can happen? But literally shattering my back to pieces, I worry a bit more about.
The vertebra.
The vertebra. Can someone please start that channel?
Please.
And be a chiropractor.
I'll put you on God's syllabus.
You know, we have Doctor reacts to, we have VFX artists react to, we've got like lawyers react to. Is there like, chiropractor reacts to.
Oh, I mean, on TikTok there is.
Oh, that is true. It is a very TikTok-y thing. 520. Okay, we're a bit high. I agree with that. I agree, game. I see what you're telling me. I still want to go a little bit lower though. There we go. Calm down. It's satisfying to get that like calming. Oh, it just kind of slows down. Me hanging out with my blood. Okay. 4, and I'm going for 400-ish. 400-ish. Yep. There we go. That's true. Yeah, it's interesting. TikTok has had, because TikTok has hit that like mainstream at a time when like people know that like influencers and creators and professionals can react to this sort of thing. Mm-hmm. You see a lot more, it feels like at least, you see a lot more diversity in the types of stuff that, like the niches that are being represented over there. Like you said, back doctor reacts to... Wait.
Oxygen.
Oh, thank you. Back doctor reacts to... I think we're making good time. So I'm a little less... I was worried about it, but I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot for it at this point. I'm going to go to 375? Oh, 375. And then go straight up. Straight up now, tell me. Yeah, 1158. Let me see if I can... Tell me when it's 12:05. I'd like to, if I can, try to get to this one, and that's a good, like, kind of clear breaking point.
Okay.
Okay, we're at 375 and 528. So 375, 528. So we're like right here. Feels like if we go up, or almost directly up. So about like almost exactly 360. So maybe like 3 right there, like 353. That's almost directly up. This is where the map gets lost, but it should get us through. This is where they are kind of expecting you to kind of like use your sensors, which is cool. I like that. I like that you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So I should be careful around like 5 in this actually area, 575. Yep. So we're gonna just tilt it away from that just a skosh. Oh yeah, now it's Yeah, we're going through the narrow pathway. This one's going a little bit faster. Nice. I feel like we're pretty good. We're at 600 mark. 600 mark. So we should be pretty much through the mystery part, and we're in kind of this big clearing now. Yep, perfect. So now we just a straight shot to 325, 741, 325. 721, 325, 721.
You know those, like the paint splat tests where it's like, what do you see in
Rorschach
this?
tests?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What do you see when you look at the map?
Ooh.
Because the map reminds me of that.
Next time I open it, I haven't actually looked at it.
Okay.
I've been like so fixated on the individual points.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
So here. Ooh, wait, oh, hey,
whoa,
whoa, hey. Oh, gee, what the heck? What the heck? What? Hey, calm down. Whoa, fire. Whoa, uncalled for. Yo.
I don't know why that actually scared me.
Because it was fire in a submarine. We're literally in a tank made of metal and there's random fires bursting out. That makes no sense.
Yay!
Yo, that was horrific. Wow, that caught me off guard. That was really intense. But also the fact that this place is combustible, very concerning.
Oh, immensely.
Because they are calling it the Iron Lung. Everything around me is like rusted metal. That is not okay. This should not be able to ignite. This is non-flammable. Okay? Oh, blood whale friends following me.
Blood whale.
Blood whale.
Can that be our new OC?
He's actually my Pokemon. He's my Pokemon starter.
Oh, blood whale?
Yeah. I selected him at the beginning of this game.
Oh, wow.
Choose that Pokemon! I choose you, Blood Whale!
Is it like a blood type? What type of Pokemon is Blood Whale?
He's like a big red Wailord. What is this? Sorry, 3. Oh, I'm supposed to look at this as a Rorschach test here. 325. Okay, 325. Okay, here we go. 325, 741. So I'm really close. Just gonna go down. 741. Whoop-a-doop.
Boop-a-doop.
Okay. 741. Okay, perfect. And angle is 18. What do I see when I see this? I see an alien. So those 2 eyes to the right there are his 2 like eyes. This is his mouth. Like, ah. Let's see if I can hear it. Can I mimic it on the camera? Like here. He's like, and those are his kind of like swirly arms down there at the bottom. He's like, ah. He's like a cartoon 2D alien. Ah.
Yeah, I can see that.
What do you see?
I see. It looks like a robot. It reminds me of Wall-E that's just kind of like been through some stuff. But his arms are open for like a little hug.
Wall-E, who's seen stuff. He's been through some times.
Yeah.
18 degrees. Here, let's get a picture. I like that this game is basically podcast the game. Let's talk about random things that appear in our head.
Yeah.
18 degrees.
I mean, I feel like we should just start like a playlist of like the podcasty episodes.
Well, that's true. Also, though, and I think that's a great idea. We got to continue this God's playlist, though. I like this.
Oh, God's syllabus?
Yeah.
For sure. Bones.
I like that everyone is just, it's more bones. This one is Fingers of the Damned. Casual.
That's
as you do.
That's definitely like an alt-rock album from like the early 2010s.
We are Fingers of the Damned. Are you ready to rock?
Fingers of the Damned.
It's like, actually, it's Grateful Dead, and the guitar player's name is Fingers of the Damned. He's summoning the Fingers of the Damned. He's playing like Through the Fire and Flames. Best guitar hero player ever. Okay. Oh man, these last 2 are hard. Lame. But okay, so we're down to 660. Now we're gonna go over 275 down to, what is this? About 200 range. Okay. Like what other favorite? Back to the Future. Love Back to the Future.
Oh, Back to the Future.
One of my all-time favorite movies. I've endlessly been fascinated by time travel. But again, is that a must-watch?
I would argue yes.
Yeah, you would.
It's
actually.
A classic.
I mean, it's a classic. Must-watch though. Like there's a lot of classic movies, but which ones are the ones that are like on this proverbial syllabus? It's hard. This is a hard question.
It is. It's easier when you think about it through like the lens of like memeage.
Yeah. No, definitely.
But like
the
cinema
meme
is
stuff.
a little harder.
Right. Right. Yeah. There's definitely the must do memes, but yeah, once you start talking about like actual cinema and like what is the roster of cinema that a human must consume, like I consume a lot. Like, I consume a lot just for my own edification. Like, I feel like maybe...
Oh, gosh. What's that Swedish film where they're playing chess with death?
Playing chess with death?
Yeah.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
No.
Oh, sorry. Bogus Journey is the one that we're looking for there. I believe Bogus Journey is the one where they do things with death.
Oh, gosh, wait.
200. Okay, so now we're gonna go down.
You don't know what I'm talking about? Okay.
I don't, and I kind of feel bad about that, actually.
Swedish death chess. That's what I'm searching right now.
Swedish death chess. I think the phrase death chess is in and of itself fascinating. Like that's, I feel like that's a movie pilot waiting to happen.
I hope so. Oh, it's like a really influential movie. Oh gosh. Why is this taking? I'm on Bing. Of course it's taking.
180, 623. Okay, we need to get down to 5. Wouldn't it be great if these numbers actually were meaningless and you could just plow through walls to your heart's content? Like, if all of this was just manufactured threats, by the way. I've been wondering that for a while. Like, if I actually plowed into a wall, if there would be consequences. I'm assuming there would be.
What is that? Is that what it's called? The seventh seal?
Apparently, I've never heard of this.
Yes. It's a Swedish film released in 1957. I put that on the syllabus.
Really?
That makes you think long and hard about mortality and, like, your identity in this world and your connection to, like, faith in conjunction with, like, I don't know, suffering.
Wow. Okay. That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
We've come a long way from, like, actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. My submarine is literally like bursting at the seams right now. From actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf to this makes me have existential dread.
Oh no, like this is definitely like one of the first big like notable existential films.
Okay, 576, 180. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Everything is like fit to bursting right now. This is crazy. I feel like I'm slowly going insane. Okay, I need it over just a little bit. Oh, everything's going nuts now. This is wild. Okay, and what's the angle? 184, 184. I just want to be done now. Is it my perception that's like morphing, or is it the actual... It's going nuts, 184, 184. Okay, here we go, 184. Let's see what it is. Aggressive starfish, face hugger, alien face. Patrick Star.
Patrick Star?
Patrick Star, done in old PlayStation 1 era graphics. Oh, I have to get all the way back now. Jeez, come on, man, come on. Can I just back it up? Back that sub up. No. All right, I'm so excited to see the comments for this episode. One, so that they can comment on how brilliantly we're doing at navigating the deep blue sea, the deep red sea, the blood red sea.
Right.
But two, more so, to see what everyone's suggestions are
for the syllabus?
For the syllabus, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Also just our super entertaining back and forth of...
Oh! What? 635. Why? Okay. 276. Oh, it did bump me out. That's nice of them. That's nice of Blood Whale. Blood Whale bumped me out of that narrow passage. So I do appreciate that there are a little moments of like speed running in this game.
Aw, thanks, Blood Whale.
I will say also, speed running this game would be fascinating to watch, I feel. If I go up to 700Y.
Just aggressive, like, pressing of buttons the whole time.
Well, also, like, because there's a lot of optimizations and things that you can kind of perfect in this game. Like, you know, I've been, just because it's easier to calculate, right, and it requires me to less aggressively, like, check the map, I guess. I've been doing a lot of, like, straight lines and 90 degrees, 180 degrees, things like that. But if you're, like, confident with your angles and your lines and things like that, like, you could go really fast through this without ever having to check the map. I mean, if you memorize the positions and stuff, like, this would actually be a fantastic speedrun game, I feel like.
Huh.
You know, and then also, you know, there's a big give and take of, like, how long you hold the button, and people who are really good can have that carryover and kind of like that flow. So we're at 700. We're going to maybe drop it down just a little bit. So that way I can just go straight across. So we're going to go 95 for a little bit. So I'm at a little bit below 700. There we go, below 700. I like 695-ish. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so now we're going to flatten it out just a skosh. And we should go, so now we're on this trajectory, we should go until we hit about 600, right under 600 for X. Right under 600 for X. Okay. Oh! We're almost there. One left to go. We still have no idea what we're searching for in the blood ocean. Literally no clue. What have we gleaned? What has our research brought forth into this world at this point?
I don't know if we've been able to glean anything.
Stop. Can I see it? That's it. Where is it? Oh! Oh, holy shit. Oh no. 458. Okay, we're still 9. 458. 458. Okay, we're still good. And 696. Yeah, that's about where we need to be. Oh jeez. Okay. Here we go. Still going to 600. Still going to 600. Here we go. Oh. I like that this really ramped up at the end here. Like, to these final two, they're like, oh, we're going strong. Okay, here we go. There we go. Locked in. Ready to go. We're threading the needle. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, okay. Oh. 541. I'm just double checking, triple checking. Oh, this sucks. Oh, no thank you. No thank you, friends. Oh, my oxygen is almost done. What am I gonna do? I don't think I'm meant to get out of this alive, Ash. Something tells me this is not the way I'm supposed to get out.
Well, my thoughts.
Yeah, what are your...
That eye looked a little too scaly for that to be blood whale.
No, that was definitely not... Oh no. The blood water is getting into the blood submarine.
The blood marine.
The blood marine. Here we go. What is this? So we're aiming up for 775-ish. And X is going to be at about... Oh, geez. 675. Oh, it is getting high in a hurry.
You gotta go.
I gotta go. Okay. Oh.
I wonder if it's warm.
The blood?
Yeah.
Certainly.
Because if it were cold, I feel like that'd be worse.
Oh, geez. I'm really approaching this wall, aren't I? This is X at 611. 611. Oh, yeah, I'm way too high. Okay. Oh, it is getting so high so fast. Oh, no. Oh, no. And there's something in front of me, too. Where am I? 726. No, there shouldn't be anything in front of me. That's the whale. That's blood whale. Oh, no. Let's ram through him. Oh! I think I died.
It looks like it.
Shoot. Okay. So we just gotta book it, that last one.
Yes.
Okay, we'll book the last one.
Dang. Blood whale. Blood blizzard.
Blood whale had no mercy for us. Okay, where are we at? 425. 425, 700. Okay, so there we go. So now we gotta pump it. Pump it.
Twist it.
Pull it. Pass it.
Bob it. Shout it.
Yeah, blood. Oh. Okay. I think this is okay. So this is where we see the eyeball, and then that's when everything goes crazy. Oh, it looks like a. Oh! Got me again. Okay, here we go. Gotta get to the last picture before time runs out. Yeah, I shouldn't be too concerned about that, right? That's fine. I know that you're safe. I know that you're totally safe, Wall. Okay, go. Oh God, every time the oxygen meter freaks me out. The biggest jump scare of the game. The oxygen is low, be scared. Okay, 5, we're going for the 600, right? 600 range is what we're going for. Maybe like 550, okay, we're kind of like right there. So now we should be almost...
And we're in Bloodland again.
I know we're in Bloodland. At this point, you gotta go fast. Like Sonic. Or Sonk. Sonkland. And I'm going up to Y coordinate 775-ish is what we're aiming for. Well, 775-ish is what we're aiming for. 775, 775. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. The blood rises fast. There's a blood moon rising. Okay, 775, 775, 775. Okay, go, 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 go. Oh my gosh, hurry up, submarine. Hurry up, my blood red submarine. Okay, there. Turn, 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 turn. Okay, so we're about here-ish, so now we just gotta go this way a skosh. We want to get up to, what is this, 675. 675, 675, 675. Oh my gosh, it goes so fast. Oh, go, 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 go. 675, 675, 675, 675, 675. And then it's vertical, then it's vertical. Oh my gosh, come on. I'm going as fast as I humanly can. I'm pushing it as fast as I can, Captain. Okay, we're gonna go up. We're gonna go vertical. At this point. Oh, come on. Okay, no, don't want backwards, don't want backwards. Okay, there, that's about right. 675. Okay, we're at 675 and 828, 828. Oh, we're so close. 828, 828, 828, 828, 828, 828, 828, 828. And what's the angle? What's the angle? Come on, go, 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 go. 828, 828, 828.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, come on. Angle is 295. Okay. 828. Good. 295. 295, 295, 295. Go, go, go. Oh, go, go. 295. Okay. Okay, 295. That's enough. Did we do it? What is that? What is that? Wait, what did I miss? 295, 828, 675. Oh no, we gotta go back. Ah, X. Oh, come on. Oh, we're so close. Wait, gotta go for it. No. 675, 675, 675. Okay, there. And what was it? 280, 295. Okay, go. Oh! I did like a week's worth of cardio in like the last minute and a half. Wow! That was incredibly effective. Oh, the expedition ultimately raised more questions than answers. See, like what happens when a moon loses its planet, or what is the density of blood ocean? Satellite images showed pieces of the SM-13 scattered all over the bottom of the trench, as though it had been torn apart by some huge beast. Go figure. The wreckage cannot be reached at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine pale as bones. Oh, the moon is a lifeless corpse. Its ocean is gaping around the universe. They left it. The end. Shoot. I'm assuming we dead.
It's okay. I can stop the recording and show you the image.
No, here. This is what we're gonna do. What's this? That's creepy. Okay, here we go. Oh, GT Live Iceberg. Love that episode.
Aww,
great episode.
Hi, us.
Great episode. Iron Lung. Endings. Just literally final screen. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. This is Iron Lung playthrough, but you can see that's kind of cool.
It's replayed
Thank
constantly.
You. Thank you. Nin through for Hips Pen. Okay.
Hello.
Most replayed. Oh, this is that new feature. Okay, here. All we need is this.
But it's so constant.
All this looks really interesting, but okay. The stars shine pale as bones. The moon is a lifeless corpse. Its ocean a gaping wound. The universe, what's left of it, is dying. But somewhere in the void, there must be hope. You have just explored the blood ocean. But somewhere out there, there's hope. Maybe. I don't know. I like that this, like, dismal, claustrophobic game about a dying universe, and we're exploring the blood ocean in literally a tin can. But there's hope.
Yeah.
There's a giant evil sea monster that is going to tear you to shreds, but also hope. Love, change. A brighter day for a dying universe.
Yeah. Take a sad song and make it better. You know what I mean?
Take your sad song, make it better.
Yep.
You came in like a wrecking ball.
Ah, yes, that wonderful song by James Paul McCartney.
I could see James Paul McCartney riding a wrecking ball naked, swinging on the stage.
Would you want to?
I know, but I can't see it. And now I can't unsee it. So anyway, that is Iron Lung. Really effective. I mean, it's a very... Again, this shows, like, sometimes the simplest concepts yield the greatest results, right? I mean, what was this? It was literally, like, 5 buttons, really effective sound design, and a couple of still images that were creepy and got you guessing. It's really awesome. I see why everyone was recommending that we play it. It was a blast. There's so many interesting questions in this world about, moons losing planets and the impact on gravitation and what the physics of a blood ocean. Like, there's so many cool things. The lore of this world is fascinating, and it's the perfect amount that it, like, seeds it out there for you to think about and chew on, but obviously it is not overly explained in any way, shape, or form. So interesting, so cool, very disconcerting, very claustrophobic, and again, like, in the true form of, like, FNAF, all you need is, like, an interesting bottle to live in and a bunch of creepy images flashing across your screen, and the imagination does the rest. You don't have to work too hard. Like, we create our own most horrific scenarios. So, that was a great jump scare at the end. So thank you guys for recommending it to me. Thank you for leaving down in the comments below what should be on our syllabus of life before we pass on into the great beyond, into the great blood ocean of the sky. And just as a reminder, this is the merch that'll be available later this week with the FNAF episode, so make sure you check that one out. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for recommending this, and as always, we'll see you in the next video. So remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video for you. See ya!